Okay, hi everyone. Hmm. Okay, I need to get my references. Mm, Levels. Sounds good, sounds good. Awesome. Is the music, is the sound, like the volume of the music and my voice? Are the fans, um, can you hear the fans? All good, all good. Okay, thanks. Okay, so for this week, I decided to change things a little and animate on Clip Studio Paint. Clip is the software I use to work in the anime industry, so I'm very comfortable using Clip Studio Paint. Compared to like grease pencil. Ah, shit, what's up? What? Hola, hi everyone. How are you? Okay, let me know if like you if you hear my voice like okay, if you know. Okay, so okay, So I made this animation. I don't know if you saw it on like the stories announcing the stream. And I did it on an app called Rough Animator on my with my iPad mini. So it was, I don't know. I don't know if you can see that the animation is messy. Sí se escucha, súper. Anyway, um you know, I did it super like casually while I was uh on the couch watching YouTube. But now I want to like, you know, I am on my professional setup and I want to um explore the character design through animation. By the way, I have tutorials on using Clip Studio Paint. Check out the 10 tips for animating characters in Clip Studio Paint. I think that's the name. Eh, ah, okay, wait. Okay, so I'm going to draw the character first. And then I'm going to explore the hair. And I already have like the keyframes sort of defined. Body, and the hair is gonna be in a different layer. Hi, welcome. You're using Clip Studio Paint if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that's correct. I have tutorials on Clip Studio Paint. Check out the one of the rulers, and also the 10 tips um 10 tips for Clip Studio Paint. I think that's how it's called. Okay. I'm going to trace the sketch I had done. No, wait, I'm not gonna do that. Because I really liked this sketch. However, I want my character to be maybe more more cartoony, like meant for animation, you know? Because sometimes anime characters are how can I say this? They're not as cartoony or um as animatable. Because most of them are manga adaptations. So yeah, that's why I also want to like explore the design with animation, because I can then um well, yeah, make the design for animation, you know, not so much for 2D animation, which is also like animation designs have to be simple. 2D animation designs. So, well, they don't have to be, of course, but I for this like project, I want them to be easier to animate. The software was hard for me to navigate. Yeah, I guess softwares take there's like a learning curve that you have to. Okay, yeah, this design is more cartoony than this one. Okay, and the other thing, oh, I did not like, I have that. Okay, so I also started exploring like the costume or the clothes. However, I have that on my sketchbook, so you're not going to see that. I don't know if you can hear like the paper. Okay, so what did I do? Okay, so for now, because it's fantasy, sort of not medieval, but not like the clothes are not modern clothes, right? So I actually watched some videos on medieval clothing, and they have tons of layers. Okay, so that's like the um okay, so that's sort of like the what I explored with the design. Let me it would be perfect if you animate in normal 2D animation, not the main anime itself. I don't think I understood what you mean. Is she a student? She is that's a good question. She's not a student, but she still has a lot to learn. Okay, I have to try and not complicate the design. Okay, so I'm doing a lot of research into, because I want the clothes to be, I'm exploring the clothes like through a function kind of approach. And that's why I saw tons of videos of like historic medieval clothing and, you know, what did they used to do. And also in medieval times they used like corsets. Is that how? I think it's the same word in English. Okay, and this is like a shirt, but it's um you know, it's not, it's holgada. I don't know how to say that. Okay. Okay, so let me delete the okay. Hello. Hi Leo, it's looking good. The soft features remind me of Studio Ghibli. I actually have some references, and the artist draws very Studio Ghibli. I think the nose, like the very subtle nose, is very Ghibli. You know, that just this line made it less Ghibli. Do you have a storyboard for it? For this particular shot, no. I only have like the blue reference. Okay, so I did like I did like the I like the eyebrows. Like like so. Let me okay, so I'm going to like make the head just like to suggest. Because um when I animate the hair, I don't want to like lose perspective or forget about the head. Okay. Wait, she's not happy in this shot. She's like confused. And she looks around. So I'm going to begin like turning the head. Okay, yeah, this is what happens when. Because do you notice that I'm simplifying the character because I'm moving it? Like the eyes are already like more simple. Simpler? More simple? Anyway. So right now I do not have a character sheet that I'm following, because that's the point precisely of this animation test, to like look for the design, you know. Tengo que mostrarte algo. Ok. Hablas de una animación, ¿no? Claro. Oh, and the head, so that it doesn't I could lose track of the cranium. Is that how you say it? Cranium? Hi, love your reels, very helpful. Awesome. I'm glad. Sí, obvio, pues qué más. Pues es que la palabra algo es un poco críptica. Ok. Ujú. Okay, so the clothes are going to be moving with the wind, so I'm just going to draw the not moving clothes. Wait, maybe only like Okay, so my guess is that she would close her eyes in this keyframe. Um, wait. This is like the brow. Te lo mando a Instagram. Lo hice en 2 días. Ok, sí, bueno, ahorita no lo voy a ver, pero cuando termine esto y tenga chance, le echo un ojo. Okay. So yeah, I'm not worrying about, you know, um, losing the model or the design, because that's precisely what I'm doing this. And don't forget the head. Okay, so wait. I think it's always useful too, and this is something that also that often happens when working in anime, to draw the the body underneath, just to know where to place the clothes, and well, everything that depends on something that, you know, is underneath. And I raised her shoulders because she's like tense. Obviously, what excites me like the most is animating the hair, but I need the animation of the body to be like correct, or yeah, as accurate as possible. Okay, so in my original sketches, okay, yeah, this version right here only has like a very subtle nose, like like so. But this one has like the I think I'm going to draw the bridge of the nose. Okay. Oh, one thing I like is to make like big ears. Well, I'm not doing that for this design. But I mean, I could explore it, making bigger ears. So yeah, the tricky part of like exploring the design while animating is that I went back and changed the ears. So make them bigger. Está bien, me dices qué piensas cuando lo veas. Sí, yo te digo. Joe, the OC should have like a jacket with brown hair. A jacket with brown hair. I already know the color of the hair. However, the jacket maybe an option. I also want to explore like, because clothes sometimes change with the story. I finally made it. I was in school. Hey, glad you made it. Oh, but I sent you a message. I don't know if you saw it. Like saying, "Hey, you will be on school. You will be in school, so don't worry about the stream." Okay, now okay, so now I'm exploring the character from the front, and I saw the message. Oh, awesome. Okay, I also want the character to have like a round head, but maybe this is very round. So maybe more like an oval. Oof, okay. Yeah. I think animation tests also are like useful to like maybe if the character, is getting a complex design. Well, I guess it's just what we want to, the battles that we want to choose. Manga adaptation characters are super complex sometimes. But then, so that's why original animation characters have like a more simple design, because they are going to be because they're going to be moving. So your OC looks so great, OMG. Thank you. I'm excited also. I'm not using reference for these, no. The struggle. Maybe I'm gonna skip like drawing hands for now. Maybe that would be wise. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Because I also want to, like, the hands, I didn't want to make like, the the usual hands that are kind of like realistic. I wanted to like maybe make them more cartoony. I don't know. More like the hands in I think it's Atlantis. Okay. So now that I flipped the canvas, let me fix some things. Drawing hand is a torture for artists. Yeah. I really enjoy drawing hands, but like I need to be prepared. Have references. Um, what else? Also, like have the patience and mental. Okay, what if I made like the pupils smaller? And the nose maybe a bit more angular? I'm liking this. Okay, last frame. Because I also wanted her cheeks to be like big and round. Okay, so maybe I push the cartoony things, with a bigger mouth and no. Okay, no. Let me go back to this one. I think this one works. Well, maybe the first frame also. are you drawing with a computer or with a tablet? With a computer, but also with a tablet. Okay, so I'm like, the software is a computer, but I'm using um a Wacom tablet, a Wacom drawing tablet. Okay, don't forget the shape of the head. Okay, let's see how this plays. Okay, now the last drawing is very, I don't think I want to go like that cartoony. And her last expression is shouldn't be happy either, so. Okay, let's see. Maybe. Yeah, let me reference this drawing again. Hmm. Okay. So I was thinking of adding like eyelids, but that would make it more realistic, less less cartoony. Mm. So yeah, I'm like using this drawing as reference, but I am removing like lines. For example, uh the the lower lip, the lower lip line. Maybe I won't have it. OMG, it's so good. Thank you. I mean, work in progress. Do you watch anime often? If so, what genre is your favorite? I do watch anime a lot. I mean, recently, not so much. The one that I'm currently watching, that I am not like skipping, and I am watching as it airs, is Frieren. I'm obsessed. Like the first season, I loved it. And I'm also watching, I don't know if it finished, but the second season, or the second cour, uh just aired recently. What was it called? Hell's Paradise. And yeah, all the fantasy anime, uh the fighting anime. I'm not like, I haven't catched up with Jujutsu Kaisen and all of those, but I do watch them. But I also like slice of life anime, so I guess I'm not answering like my favorite, because, but well, no, yeah, my favorite genre is fantasy, definitely. I'm actually super excited um for the Witch Hat Atelier anime. And I heard about the manga, and I was like, oh my god, I am sure that this is going to be an anime. So I didn't read the manga, and I decided to wait for the anime. But then, like, I heard the premise, and then I watched the trailer, and I don't know, it has a lot of similar situations, or I don't know, the premise is similar, and the magic system is similar to the TV show that I'm currently doing. So I was like, no. Okay, I mean, I already like, it's not exactly the same. The characters are different, the ages are different, the conflict, I think, is different, but it has certain things like similar. So I don't know, I'm nervous. but also maybe looking forward to the challenge, to change things around for my story if necessary. El último capítulo de Frieren en animación es una locura, sinceramente. Sí. I saw several Sakura compilations of that episode. Do you like JoJo's? I love JoJo's. I do not like. I have like the soundtrack of. I have playlists of certain series or movies, and JoJo is one of the. I have a playlist with JoJo's music. And I know the tomorrow still will run the first episode, like the first double length special episode releases. I am quite aware of that. Okay, okay, so I think I'm going to go with bigger pupils, like in this frame and this frame, and maybe just leave the smaller pupils whenever, just like for expression, whenever she gets scared. That's a common like design trope, that when a character gets scared, the pupils shrink. But right now she's not scared, so well, she's not scared. She's just like not understanding what's going on. So I'm going to. Also, my girlfriend and I are also waiting for Witch Hat Atelier. We can't get the manga anywhere. It's always sold out here in Mex. Yeah. I when I was living in Thailand, I saw it like on my favorite bookstore. But I was like, no, I'm gonna wait for the animation, because that's what I usually do. Sometimes I do read manga before, but it's not like it's not normal for me, because I love watching the anime and not knowing anything. So yeah. But anyway, mangas, I also enjoy like reading manga, so I think it depends, but I would give preference to the adaptation. How much time to become an animator? How much take time to become animator? Okay, so I've been drawing for like 10 years. But not like not in a non-stop way, I haven't drawn. I haven't been drawing for like okay, so I went to college. My college was not. I didn't learn 2D animation there. It was more for like 3D animation and stuff. So maybe like removing all the time that I didn't spend drawing. I'm not sure. I guess it also depends on like the, because you could be drawing like without paying attention, just like mindlessly drawing, or you could observe, um, pay a lot of attention to what you're doing, read some books, you know books. There are some amazing books. So I think, the sure shot answer is 10 years. Just because people have a life, and they usually take 10 years to like have be confident with their drawing skills, because I'm not the best draftman out there. I'm just but I have like confidence, I guess, to do a good job. mm, okay. Okay, I love this expression. I'm gonna like number the keys. And I really like key number 2. So yeah. mm, but maybe it's like the expression she has. I don't know, these eyes look kind of sad. Okay, so right now I'm like changing the drawing to following this keyframe. Okay, and the nose was. Okay, no. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't want my character to be super Ghibli. So I'm trying to, like avoid that. And Ghibli characters have like this very like the same nose. Well, that's what I noticed. Do you like other fantasy media like Lord of the Rings or Song of Ice and Fire? Yeah, I love I love all of those. Um, Lord of the Rings particularly was like a big I don't know. I it was very influential. And I also like there's an essay that Tolkien wrote. It's called something about the leaf. um I think in Spanish it's something like árbol de hoja. I don't remember quite. But I also love like Tolkien's perspective on like fantasy and narrative fantasy. And that essay for me was like I even like I have like the premise for an essay that I wanna write based on his essay a bit. And Game of Thrones, I read the first two books, and then I watched the TV show, and I think that was a mistake because I didn't like certain things they did on the TV show. So I decided to like stop reading it and then yeah, continue watching the show and then catch up with the books. But of course, like everyone, the last season was really painful. I'm currently reading well, I just finished reading Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn. I don't know if you know him. He's pretty popular right now. And I loved it. Okay. Okay, let's have fun with the hair. We can go back to the body later. Okay. Since I already have like the base, I'm going to create the keyframes. Okay, that's the last one. Mhm. Okay. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Because, hmm, what shall I do? Okay. Okay, so I have another reference, right? Where is it? Here. This one. Yep. So, yeah, I started exploring like the hair and the shape it would have, like the overall shape. But also, I really like these details, like the making the curly, just adding like the curly details. So, but that would be a nightmare to animate. So I think, yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna probably animate like an overall shape with very little details, just like this big blob, and maybe sometimes break it, like over here, maybe break it in two, like two spheres. But then, yeah, so the animation is going to have that approach, and then later maybe, I could come and add like the details of the curly hair. So that's the idea. That's why I wanted to like explore the hair in an animation, kind of like, yeah, explore it with animation, because that would really define if it's possible, if it's not possible, and what should I do. um okay, so I liked how this drawing turned out, so I'm gonna save the reference. Okay. What else? Okay. Okay, so I want to be able to animate like the blob of the hair in the most simple way. So maybe like, oh, and she also had like a, okay, maybe the only thing that I am going to define is like this little bang. Is it a bang? And then but I also want to be aware of like the three-dimensionality of the drawing. So okay, maybe this works. This would be shadow. Awesome as always. Thank you, Anna. Oh, and I remember that I wanted like the hair to be like a second head. You know, if we were to measure like the head, then another head, and then another head over here. So yeah, probably this side would be bigger. And then this side, because it's a 3/4 view, won't be as big. Okay. I think I'm complicating my life by doing this here. Not only in like the animation sense, but also like framing. So whenever like picture the storyboard and the narrative, you know, a close up of this character would be like you know, if that's a frame, then everything like she would cover the whole screen with her hair. So um yeah, I'm getting prepared for like okay, maybe like so. Okay, this was the reference I drew. Let me bring it back to the references layers right there. Okay, and let me rename it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to follow the first pass that I did. You can see, I don't know if it's clear enough. Yeah, I think so. The blue subtle pass. And also okay, so wait, this hair right here, is um part of like the forehead. Okay. So yeah, she has. Mhm. Okay, the first pass is not good for this keyframe, so I'm going to follow the new path. Okay, maybe like so. This is gonna be shadow. Uh, this is going to be shadow, and this is going to be shadow. Hmm. Okay, now this is a different keyframe. So yeah, this is how I think like 2D animating this kind of hair is going to be possible. Okay, so now I'm going to use the wave principle for like um for the okay. Mm. Okay, I'm probably going to have to add more keyframes because now that I am like working on the yeah, I want to explore more like of the animation of the hair. So But I'm gonna change the timing later, so. Okay. Okay, let me mark the shadows so that I don't lose track, which is which. Okay. Okay, because I'm noticing that maybe starting with such like a shapeless blob maybe was not the best. Now that I am moving it, I'm seeing like maybe it's convenient to have more like details, more smaller shapes, you know, all of these bubbles. Yeah. Yeah, maybe it's better to like have I could also do a turnaround animation to solve things like, the profiles. But then maybe we're here, I could add this could be shadow. This could be shadow. And then here. Okay. This could also be shadow. Okay, so right here, right now, yeah, the wave animation starts again. Okay, I'm gonna move the wave upwards. Yeah, merge it probably with this. Moving the wave upwards. I don't know if you can see how this wave right here is now this wave, you know, and this wave right here is this wave. So okay, and this wave is gonna be this one, and that one is going to go down. Okay, this one is maybe going to be like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure about this shape right here, the one that I just drew, because well, maybe, I mean, that's what I am doing this, right? To explore the animation. But it was like quite a sharp curve that I don't know if I wanna consider for the character effects for the hair. Hello, Robin. Welcome. Okay, and here, bank. Okay, this is shadow. This right here is shadow. And maybe this is shadow. And this is shadow. Okay. Maybe this can be shadow, and this part. And of course this one. So I'm not sure if, you know, maybe to simplify things, I do not add like these little shadows. Maybe just the big shapes. Okay. That's the last keyframe of the body, so this is gonna be shadow, and this is gonna be shadow. Okay, so again, I'm applying like the the wave principle. So this wave right here is gonna be this one, and this wave moves down. Okay, so the first pass I don't have like these shapes, so let's what shall we do? Okay, so this wave is going to move over here. Yeah, and this one here, and maybe like so. Okay. And that wave upwards, maybe. Yeah, maybe like this. Okay. Mm, okay, I need to think about this part. It's probably gonna be here. Oops. Maybe like so. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay. Hmm. Okay. From this keyframe to this keyframe, the change is quite big. I'm gonna have to add in-betweens. I mean, I was already going to add in-betweens, but for hair dynamics like this one, I think it's more comfortable to have the body already in between and then just animate the hair with that like very defined base. Okay, so now okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, this is shadow. This. Okay, maybe I can add some volume over here. Okay, last two keyframes. And we are done for today. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Okay, last keyframe. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. So let's key. That was the last keyframe for like the first pass I did. But I'm going to probably add more drawings, more keyframes. Okay, so let's play it. Okay, that's the result. Wait a second. Let me. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good progress. With this animation, you can also just calculate how difficult it's gonna be to animate like this kind of hair effect, so I can take decisions for like I do have like another like the character um how to say, like she grabs her hair with yeah, so she makes a ponytail, or rather how do you say that in English? Well, when you just grab your hair and so that it doesn't move. So yeah, that's definitely going to I will need to do that to avoid having to animate her hair all the time. Anyway, this was a good test. I liked it, and that's the end of the stream as well. Yeah, the streams are gonna stay on YouTube if you want to watch them later, particularly when if I don't share all the process. Okay, my Wacom just decided to disconnect, but anyway, it's okay because I just finished. Okay, thank you for watching.